One of these co-hosts is not like the other. Which one is that? This guy right here. No hat, no beard.
I tell you.
Yeah. Fuller, you didn't get the memo?
There are some plates on eBay that I can't stop staring at. I'm sorry.
All right, see you on the other side. What is going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Matt, didn't get the memo. Sorry. We informed you.
I don't have a B, so I get the L.
We informed you like 10 seconds ago.
Sad. I couldn't even find a pen to make a B to put on my forehead.
What's going on, William? Cafe Chromos, what's up? Josh was going to try to pop in tonight. He said he had a box of what if, so he said he was going to try to pop in. So we'll see if he can make it or not. So does his kid play football? I don't know if his kid plays football or not.
Yeah, I think they play every sport known to man, honestly.
That happens.
Pretty much. But yeah, you got kids.
Yeah. Tim. Tim. Where you at, Tim? Tim, you got the link. I'm just messing, man. Fuller, what's up, bud?
Not much.
How you doing?
Good.
How you doing today? Good.
I just got some of those. What is that parallel called? The Red Supernova.
The Red Supernovas from Beginnings Blasters.
Those are really nice.
It's nice that they're in retail too.
Yeah. The best one I got was a black cat, but it had a big scratch going right across the top of the card. So I was like, well, that kind of sucked.
Well, you could say that it was a cat scratching the card.
It's cat scratch fever.
It's intentional.
Yeah. So let's see if I'll pop that up.
Yeah, they've done some nice foiling on some of those retail inserts. The gold taxis were pretty cool.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Is that like the firework look?
Yeah, it's like a firework pattern that they use kind of on their Dazzler inserts in hockey.
They use that on the What If inserts as well.
They did.
I really like the blue and annual too, like the blue foiling. I wish that we had that instead of the canvas.
They've been doing a good job on the retail exclusive parallels.
Yeah.
What's up, Justin? Have fun with your wife, man.
Yeah, happy birthday, Mrs. Underwood.
Okay.
Everybody wish Mrs. Underwood a happy birthday.
Bob
happy birthday.
Joe Pete in the house.
What up, Joe Pete? Shout out to Fuller for the Thanos Supernova and the Thanos What If. Hey, man, you're welcome. We got to get them cards flowing to you, Timmy. Get that collection built up more.
Absolutely. Is that exclusive? That's what he PCs is Thanos?
Yeah, big Thanos guy. We're being his autographs anonymous and trying to keep him sober until after EPAC. Then he can go after his Thanos auto.
Yeah. Hey, Brittany.
What's up, Britt? How you doing? Coombs, you lost your pod.
See Joe Pete's comment.
Yeah, if anybody wants to donate an AirPod to me, I'm down to one. It's currently at the Atlanta airport, somewhere around Terminal A.
So if anybody's going to Terminal A in Atlanta,
if you could swing by,
hit up Matt. He can give you a GPS location.
I took a screenshot of it, so in case it dies, I kind of know the vicinity. So
we got to save it. We got to save it.
Yeah, I'd be that guy like walking around, just looking at the floor, like rummaging through.
Call stuff. Jen. Isn't Jen and Juice are in the Atlanta area? I think.
Let's crack it open.
Yeah,
Let's break it.
Joe Pete says it's in the cards. Don't get him going already, man.
Someone's gonna bust that.
EPAC Big Brother program is working. Yep. For real, right?
Oh Lord.
Oh boy. Oh, what a week. Lots of stuff going on this week. But Derp, you wanted to talk about movie stuff tonight, right? Lots of shows coming up. Ahsoka's out. Anybody watching Ahsoka?
Oh,
I did.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't watch this week.
Pretty good. Yeah,
You didn't watch
pretty happy with it.
Okay, I won't spoil it then.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about what happens.
It's pretty. I thought the third episode was a little slow, but it seemed like all the shows have that one show where it's just kind of like, come on, what's the point of this episode? Sort of.
It has to climb the mountain, to get to that point
Yeah,
where then it starts to get really good.
The clunk, 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 clunk,
It
clunk.
only took me like 25 episodes into Breaking Bad before I thought that it was actually going to like get anywhere. It was so slow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like Game of Thrones. Like I think I started watching Game of Thrones was kind of the same way for me. Like they were in season 3 already when I started watching it, and that first episode I was like, what is everybody so high? Why are they all like, open arms about this show? Why do they like it so much? After about 3 or 4 episodes, I'm like, I get it now. I get it now. One Piece. A lot of people are talking about One Piece. So
I started watching a lot of Korean shows on Netflix recently. Like there's one called Sisyphus, which is pretty good, and the Black Knight one as well. So, I mean, hey, we're gonna have to like dip into other stuffs, to watch because there's not gonna be anything coming out in the near future that's not already filmed.
Talking about foreign films or foreign shows, 2 amazing shows, at least on the sci-fi side of it, is Dark.
Yeah.
And then like the follow-up, which was 1899.
That's the one on the boat, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those were both fantastic. Really upset that they're not doing
Oh, I've got more. Don't tempt me. I watched the Ragnarok show. That was pretty good for the first 3 seasons. This last season was not good, but it was because they were canceled at the last second, so they had to kind of fill in some gaps there to get rid of it. But yeah. But yeah, no, the first 3 episodes were definitely very slow with Ahsoka, and then this past episode definitely was kind of like the payoff episode.
Droid Lives Matter.
Dude, I don't know if you've watched some of the videos about Chopper, and like he's committed. He's a war criminal. He's committed like mass murder. Like he's just flushing stormtroopers out of airlocks. He's like reversing gravity and like the reactor core, so they float up to the ceiling and then they just fall straight down like 300 feet to their death. I mean, he's bad.
What up, Alonzo?
Hey, Alonzo.
So what do we got? We had Groot met.
Yeah.
So you sent me the list of shows.
I looked at like everything. So today, we had that I Am Groot season 2. So it's a little short, kind of like I think
the shorts,
7 minutes long, kind of little, Groot getting into trouble, basically. Episodes. Those came out. The next thing we had,
it's season 2. So is he still Baby Groot or is he grown a little bit?
He's still Baby Groot in these. Yeah.
Nice.
So they didn't age him as far as I haven't watched all, but I've seen some previews, and the trailer did show him as a baby again. So I think they're kind of focusing on that cuter aspect to get younger kids to watch it. So, but the next thing on the slate is, of course, going to be Loki season 2, and that looks phenomenal. Jonathan Majors is in it. Supposedly there's going to be some cameos from upcoming films in there from other characters. I don't want to spoil anything, but we're going to get like a major tie-in to, that former Fox property, which I will not name. So my wife's laughing at me. But that comes out on October 6th. So it's crazy. It's almost October, guys. The year is almost done. Like I literally you blink and it's 2024 at this point. Then after that, we've got Echo season 1 coming out. Haven't heard a lot of great things about that yet. I was listening to some of the like people talk about the early test screenings. They had to go back and reshoot a lot of it, apparently. But it's going to tie in majorly. It's going to kind of cross with Daredevil Born Again, so you'll see Charlie Cox as Daredevil in that, along with Vincent D'Onofrio as the Kingpin. Jessica Ritter supposedly coming back as Jessica Jones. She's been posting things on Twitter of herself, and like she's kind of hiding the whole name, but like she had a double D kind of like stacked, on top of each other. Daredevil logo, which is the one they're using for the series. That's November 29th, supposedly. I don't know if it's to be pushed back. We may see a lot more things being pushed back, but these are dates as of like 2 days ago. So subject to change, November 29th this year. Now, the big thing that kind of leaked was what if season 2 is coming out on Christmas Day?
Wow.
Ooh, nice.
So that got leaked today, basically from a few sources. So they haven't announced it, but apparently, like a lot of people who are the insiders who always leak stuff said, "Hey, it's December 25th." So there's your Christmas present.
What's the latest and greatest on the whole writer's strike, actor strike type of thing? Like, I mean,
some of the smaller studios have agreed to the terms, basically. Like I know A24, which does a lot of kind of art house films that actually do become Oscar contenders. They've agreed, but the larger studios, of course, Bob Iger at Disney is saying no. They're asking for too much. Well, they actually said he said a bunch of terrible things about how that we pay them too much already, and they make enough money at a billionaire's retreat.
Well,
yeah. Well, so
I as an owner of Disney stock, I have to recluse myself from the.
I plead a fifth.
I gotta step back from this because
so that's kind of still in limbo. They're still striking, both the actors and the writers. I don't think they're going to come to terms anytime soon until, the streaming platforms run out of content. But
it's a shame.
It sucks. It really does. Because we know they're making money off of this stuff, and the record profits they get, except for Warner Brothers, because they don't know what the hell they're doing with DC, with the Flash costing $300 million, and I think making maybe close to $160 million back.
I think they would have been better off scrapping the actor in that one and just going with the guy that played Flash in the TV series.
Grant Gustin. Yeah. Well, supposedly he had some things I thought I saw come to light where he was difficult to work with on set and other things. So I don't know. You can't really win with these people. You
guys always wanting the green M&Ms. Ridiculous.
Yeah, but I think that they could have honestly just taken the giant tax break on the Flash and just said nope. But they decided to go ahead and release it, or just not even put it in theaters, just put it on HBO or Max. But no, wasn't good. I watched it. I went in with an open mind. I just couldn't get into it. The whole scene where he puts a baby in a microwave.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's a building that's I'm gonna spoil it. I don't give a shit. Sorry. There's a scene where like a hospital has been sabotaged and they blew up the basement, so the whole building's basically imploding. And the Flash runs in there and he sees all these babies coming out of like the maternity ward window. So he's like, well, okay, I'll go ahead. There's one's gonna catch on fire because there's like flames coming out of an oxygen tank. So let me go ahead and put the baby in a microwave to protect it. So, and then when it gets to the bottom, the microwave dings and he opens it up and I'm like, were they cooking the baby for 4 seconds? Is that baby going to have serious
Isn't he the Flash? Could he just take the baby out of there and come back?
Well, he was doing the whole, so they definitely stole the whole speedster, thing from Quicksilver from X-Men. Where he's just kind of touching things and moving things so they definitely stole all that, and that's what he was doing basically to try to move things around. Marvel's cards. It was a really bad, really terrible scene, and I just don't think he's a good actor. He's trying to be funny, but it comes off as very cringy. Honestly, he's like that in real life. We know now. So, but. Anyway, so getting into spring, there's not an official release date, but spring of 2024, we'll have Daredevil Born Again. That's going to be 18 episodes.
Whew.
That's basically their season 4, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's going to have huge crossovers. Supposedly, John Bernthal is going to come back as the Punisher in that. He's already been talking about that. I know they're talking to the guy who played Luke Cage right now, so we'll see him probably back. And Jessica Ritter. I don't think they talked to Kristen Ritter. Sorry, my wife is correcting me. She's sitting over there. I love you too. Sorry. Anyway, guys.
That's what. See, every time Matt's in chat, it's not him answering the questions; it's the wife.
The wife corrects me, is what it is. So, like every good wife should do. She's like, no, you said it wrong.
Yeah.
She gave me a look. She's like, across the monitors. Okay, go back over there. But yeah, the guy who played Iron Fist.
No Finn Jones.
No Finn Jones. Go away. Yeah, probably just gonna go ahead and recast him and get somebody else in that role, which would be good. I wouldn't mind the girl who played Colleen Wong. I think she would be great. She was really good in that. She was probably the only bright spot of that series, in my opinion. The other villains and other actors are kind of not very memorable. So, yeah, I honestly think they'll let him wear the Punisher logo. I know in the comics it's changed. It changed actually twice, but somebody now is the new Punisher in the comics. It's a guy who's a former SHIELD agent, but he actually has the Punisher logo, but it has like LED lights on it of some sort. I know. I don't. Yeah.
Does he dab after each kill?
Kill the gangster.
Little teabag action.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so that's Daredevil Born Again. It is going to be rated mature, so it is definitely going to be not a kid's show. It'll be behind. You're going to have to figure out your password in order to allow yourself to watch that show more than likely, because I know most people, when they're setting up their Disney Plus accounts, they kind of just go through the whole process, and when it asks you if you want to be able to watch the full catalog, you're like, maybe later, because it asks you for your password. So have your password ready, guys, to be able to watch Daredevil Born Again. So, yeah, Rave Punisher.
Rave Punisher.
Blade opened up in the rave, So.
I just rewatched Blade the other day. That's actually a good
so
rewatch.
good, so good. I'm a little disappointed that the new one's going to take so long to come out, man. I'm looking forward.
That is like in development hell right now, basically. Like they can't lock down a schedule of when they're going to shoot everything. I don't think the script is done yet, from what I was reading. Yeah, and plus also they were going to have Midnight Suns tie-ins as well. There was going to be a Ghost Rider special presentation, which is now kind of in limbo as well.
I'm sure.
The strike's got everything all
right
now.
That's why it's kind of like it's wait and see right now with a lot of stuff.
I'm sure Wesley Snipes wants to come back so he can make some money to help pay off his tax debt.
Yeah. I would love to see him come back and play Whistler. I think he would be a good Whistler to kind of honor him. But I mean, I know that apparently like the people who worked with him on Blade 3 said it was a nightmare. Like the scenes where like if you watch him with Ryan Reynolds and Jessica Biel and Patton Oswalt, he wasn't actually there. They were talking to like a stand-in basically.
Oh, because they would cut be with them.
Yeah, he wasn't actually there with them. He would not be on set with his co-stars.
Oh, so they were having to record everything twice.
Yeah, and then they would like do special cuts to kind of show him over there, and but he would be in his trailer whenever they were on set because he hated Ryan Reynolds apparently. So, which I mean, I guess he's an acquired taste for a lot of actors, but yeah, back then he was just So, but So one thing that did get pushed back, which was supposed to come out this year, is Ironheart. That's now sometime in 2024. And the rest of the stuff I'm going to talk about is going to be just 2024 stuff, which we don't know. Supposedly spring, summer, fall, who knows? The other thing, too, that was pushed back is X-Men 97, which we were all looking forward to. Which I don't know why it's taking so long. Unless it's the actual animation studio they're having an issue with, or maybe it's the voice actors. Maybe they haven't finished recording all their lines, but yeah.
Well, now you got time to go back and watch the original. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm on like season 3.
Yeah.
Some of it is pretty
My
cool.
daughter and I rewatch them, so we're not allowed to watch any of them by ourselves. Like, that's our rule. So we have to watch them together. And then she's like, if it's an episode that's mostly Cyclops, it's gonna be a while before we finish it. I'm like, I get it. I was like, why are you so angry about Cyclops?
There's some good lines in there though. I took a scene, like a 30-second scene, and I edited it down a little bit to where it was just Wolverine saying some of his lines, and it ended up working out pretty good. It was pretty funny when he was fighting this like green energy monster down in the sewer or something. So, but it's a fun rewatch.
It is, but it's funny when you go back and watch it as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice how some of the ladies are drawn, and like Rogue when she's like knocked out on the ground, and Cake.
Brian says he's got his 8-year-old hooked, and they're on season 3 also.
Nice.
Yeah.
So lots of different animated shows coming up.
Yep.
Lots of stuff that don't have announced dates. Where are we at on movies, Matt? What do we have for upcoming movies?
So there's I'm going to finish the TV shows real quick here.
Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff. So Agatha Coven of Chaos, which was House of Harkness, which was another name I can't remember, which now is Coven of Chaos. That's another 2024. There's another Spider-Man animated series coming out called Freshman Year. That's 2024 as well. Some of the things that are at risk of cancellation, just because, Bob Iger did say they want to focus on quality instead of quantity of shows. There was a Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special 2, I think, that they had worked out, which was going to tie into a standalone movie with Star-Lord.
Okay.
Or Star-Lord and a Nova movie or a TV series. So that's at risk of being canceled. Wonder Man is also at risk of being canceled. That's got the guy who played Black Manta in Aquaman and also played Dr. Manhattan in the Watchmen HBO series. So I think he's a pretty good actor. I can see him doing a great job as Wonder Man.
Nathan Fillion myself.
Yeah, Nathan Fillion was kind of like, they had actually had a scene they had filmed for Guardians 2, but didn't make the movie. And apparently, if you there's I think a poster on a movie theater, like kind of one of the ones outside.
Background.
Yeah, in the background, it actually has like him, Simon Williams is Wonder Man's name, as Nathan Fillion as that. So, which would have been cool. Ryan Coogler had a Wakanda series. It's actually 2 Wakanda series in development. One just basically being, I think, the Dora Milaje. And then there was also an untitled Okoye series, which is in limbo as well. And then there's a Nova TV series kind of focusing, I guess, after what happens at the end of, Infinity War, or during Infinity War, where the Nova Corps is pretty much decimated. So we probably would have seen Richard Rider, but that's kind of up in the air. There's 2 more. The 10 Rings was actually going to have a TV series focusing on the daughter of the Mandarin, but that's, who knows. And then also Vision was going to get his own series called Vision Quest, which we're kind of.
Is it going to be like West Coast Vision, like White Vision?
White Vision,
Yeah.
yeah. So kind of him figuring out who he was, So, but on to movies. I know a lot of you guys are excited for this one, The Marvels. I'm looking forward to it.
It'll be fun.
I think it's going to be a fun movie. I know a lot of people weren't really happy with Brie Larson, but
She's had all kinds of drama recently.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be a decent film. Hopefully, I think it's supposed to be more of comedic aspect, but not a Thor: Love and Thunder comedic aspect, which is good. So, I did actually enjoy the Miss Marvel's TV series. I think
That was great.
The girl who plays Miss Marvel's great, and she's actually a fan who, got casted. She used to cosplay as Miss Marvel, and I think she's actually a pretty good actress. So I'm looking forward to her in it. And Tiona Paris, who plays Spectrum, Photon, Miss Marvel, whichever name you want to go by for her. And then we've got supposedly on May 3rd, Deadpool 3. That's the one everybody's.
That's the one everybody wants.
That's the one everybody's going to be buying midnight screening tickets for. I'm pretty sure of it. I'm going to have to hit up every theater to get the posters, the minifigs, whatever promotional.
This guy's all about those 11 a.m. matinees right here, man. First thing in the morning, bring my coffee, have my hot dog, my popcorn.
I'm
hot
right
dog
there,
in your,
I'm right there
hot
with you.
dog
man.
in your cargo pants, like you got hot dog in one pocket.
We used to, when we lived in Michigan, there was a really cheap, really decent movie theater near us, but tickets were for matinees were like $3 a ticket. You know, $1.50 hot dogs and drinks and popcorn. You could spend, you know, if it was during the summertime, you could take the whole family. So family of 4, we could watch a 2-3 hour movie with everybody having snacks and drinks. It cost us less than $40.
The other day, I was the only person in the movie theater.
That's the best part about matinees too.
I,
Like,
I was like,
middle of the week, everybody else is at work. Just like,
I have the worst luck with matinees. Like I'll go and I'll have the senior citizens who will be talking to each other the whole time, and then be like, "That guy over there,
Bobby, did you hear what he said?
With that other boy,
What did he just say?
what?"
Can you rewind it, please?
They're getting up to go to the bathroom 9 times during the movie, and they're like in the row right in front of you, and they're just so. Yeah, nothing against the elderly.
I was going to say, pretty bold. You're going to alienate the AARP contingent of your viewership.
Oh,
Hey, my wife was looking into signing us up.
They get some good benefits, and you don't have to be over 60 to join AARP.
That's
You
right.
don't.
See,
No.
there's spokesman. Matt's helping.
Link in the chat.
Hashtag not
sponsored link.
hashtag annuity. No, don't do annuity. Trust me.
Yeah, reverse mortgage.
Reverse mortgage.
Are you
Hashtag
interested in reverse mortgage? Let me talk to you about something.
You have diabetes.
That was way too loud.
Sorry, Dre. All right, moving on. So then after that, we have.
Wait. Deadpool. There's supposed to be a Ghost Rider cameo, right?
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage.
Cage is supposed to cameo in there. There's supposed to be all kinds of cameos in that movie.
Holly Berry. Pretty much the entire original X-Men team supposedly coming back.
Knowing Ryan Reynolds and how he likes to do things, I can see all these cameos just being killed off the entire time.
So
He's just killing off
speaking of
other
Cage
universes.
cameos, would that be a spoiler if we mentioned another cameo he was in? That was almost the highlight of the movie for me.
Oh God.
Who's that?
The Flash at the very end.
Yeah.
Where he shows up. And you know what's funny is, I don't know if you've ever so Kevin Smith talks about how, and I think I've talked about this before, where he basically talks about how he had met with John Peters and he was going to write that movie with Nicolas Cage being in it. Superman Lives.
Oh,
And John Peters is a former hairstylist for Barbra Streisand, who was the one who got the options basically for the movie. So he's producer on anything Superman related, even though a lot of them try to cut him out because he's just batshit crazy. No, I'm serious. Like, just go to YouTube and you can search for John Peters Superman, and you'll see the video I'm talking about. But yeah, it's gonna be Tim Burton's Superman, and Tim Burton didn't want to work with Kevin Smith, but when Kevin Smith went to John Peters' house, he talks about how, like, he lives in that North Pole, right? Kevin Smith, yeah, he Fortress of Solitude's up there. How about he fights a polar bear? How about he fights an army of polar bears? Kevin Smith's like, what? He's like, yeah, I mean, we need more action. We need action scenes. We got to sell toys too. So let's get like polar bears, and then let's have them fight a giant spider too. So that's why that giant spider was in Flash fighting Nicolas Cage Superman, because they wanted to bring back that joke.
That's awesome.
Basically. So when you watch Flash and you see Nicolas Cage fighting that giant spider as Superman, that's why. And then also too, what's funny is Kevin Smith talks about how when he went to go see Wild Wild West, there was that giant mechanical spider. Guess who produced that movie? John Peters. That's why that movie was such a dog pile of crap. It's because John Peters was just.
Now I'm gonna have to start binging all movies he was involved with. This is a rabbit hole.
See if you get just to find the spiders.
Exactly.
Find the spiders. Yeah, he has a thing for spiders apparently. So
apparently.
Chris
But,
Evans is going to be in it too. He's coming back as his original Marvel character.
who is? I'm sorry, cut out.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans, yeah.
Mm.
He's going to come back as the Human Torch.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be funny to see if maybe Ian Garfield comes back as Mr. Fantastic. I don't know about Chickless. I don't know about Jessica Alba. She apparently is a billionaire now and has some kind of like cosmetic and gooch, like Gwyneth Paltrow line. So I don't think she has to act anymore. My wife laughed because I said the word gooch, but it's goop. I don't know.
Scoop.
Wow.
It's been a long day.
I just thought maybe that was Alba's
look
line.
Then
I
don't
thought
look
Gooch
up
was Alba's line or something.
Don't look up the Gwyneth Paltrow candle then.
Right. First, it's the senior citizens. Now it's the Goop fans. You're alienating everybody.
Just turn off your webcams. Just
Right.
go away.
Light a Goop candle and you'll be okay.
There you go.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to Deadpool 3 a lot. I think I'll probably be seeing that a few times. I mean, I think it's going to be one of those movies you're going to have to go back and see at least 4 or 5 times. Definitely, buy it on Blu-ray. Oh, speaking of Blu-rays, so this came out today,
Oh, nice.
and I picked up the Steelbook from Best Buy.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, I've already watched it on digital when it came out a few times, so I gave my sister the digital code so my niece and nephew can binge it and drive her insane watching it 37 times.
It's now streaming on Delta Airlines if you're going to fly.
Really?
Okay, everybody who likes Spider-Man, you got to fly Delta. You can't fly United. Can't fly on that
Any of the
other.
ones anyway. Just
We
fly
got all
down.
the good stuff.
Yeah.
Your
If you
flights
fly
will be on time
Southwest, you
more
get
often.
nothing.
Nope. You get whatever's on your phone.
Yes.
You get rabies.
Did you get rabies?
Well, Captain Crockpot. So supposedly the Target, which is crazy, just the Blu-ray edition, comes with 6 Marvel cards, but they're oversized cards.
Ooh.
So you have to buy the Blu-ray like it's 2011, basically.
What's up?
What's a Blu-ray? So,
That's all Blu-rays right there.
oh yeah.
Gotta get rid of those at some point.
What's crazy is actually so not to talk about prices of media and speculation and all that stuff, but Blu-rays like Steelbooks that came out like a few years ago at Best Buy, they've actually had a huge resurgence. Actually, people are hunting those now. So, and I got a lot of those. So, go to my eBay store. No, I'm joking.
I actually
I'm
like
joking.
still having a Blu-ray or whatever because
Chill Pete.
otherwise you're wasting all your storage space on all these movies on your computer. And,
Yeah.
they take up a lot of space. So I mean, I just bought a 2 terabyte thing, and you could probably fill it up with like 4 movies and be done. So it's like,
And for parents, it's important too. Like especially if you've got those little headrest things that go in the back of your
like cars.
car seats. A lot of them have media players on them, so you can slide in a movie or something like that. Or I have a Honda Pilot, and that's what we have is a Blu-ray player. So whenever we go somewhere with the niece and nephew, it wasn't working last time, and my niece was not happy. She was like, I saw it for a second. And I'm like, I'm sorry, it's not working. And I felt bad.
I got to tell you, Benadryl works every time.
Little Benadryl on the Coke.
little pudding cup, and some Benadryl for the kids. So, okay, before let's move on from drugging children. And, go.
Now we've lost the parent.
We've lost the parent
Yeah,
demographic.
right. Who's left at this point?
Who else?
Matt's like, Derp is like, I'm blowing it up tonight.
I'm like, I drank like 4 of these racetrack, with Diet Dr. Pepper. So, yeah, I need a little caffeine to stay awake. It's been a long.
Trey says it works on seniors too.
It does work on seniors. What you do is you put it in a cheese stick for them.
Seniors, animals.
No,
That's great.
you just give them a book of coupons and you go, here you go. It's okay.
Here's the Sunday paper. Knock yourself out.
Yep.
Paper. Wow. There's a dated statement.
So next on the release is Captain America: Brave New World, which was formerly New World Order.
Mhm.
I know that had a lot of rewrites apparently because they were trying to making a Thunderbolts movie as well to tie that group in, and that apparently they've cut out that whole element. They're still going to have like Thunderbolt Ross, and they're going to have like I think at the very end of the movie supposedly a tie-in with Thunderbolts, like the end credit scene, which will kind of introduce that team. But yeah, that's July 26th. That's the big summer release that they have. Is that movie? I'm looking forward to that. Supposedly Sebastian Stan is not in it, which is odd after having him and Anthony Mackie, co-star in Falcon and Winter Soldier. But I guess they really want to focus on Anthony Mackie being Captain America now and have him, go off. I know that the guy who played the guy who was like his kind of like liaison to the military, the guy who's now going to be the new Falcon, he'll be in it too, co-starring with him. So he'll have a more of a major role in that film, is what I've heard and read. So, but then that leads into the Christmas time film. Is going to be the Thunderbolts, which is scheduled to be right now December 20th. So I think that'll be a fun movie with the cast that's in that, with David Harbour playing Red Guardian. I really liked him in Black Widow. I thought he was probably one of the better parts of that movie. And, also Florence Pugh, who played Yelena. And then we jump to the next year, which is 2025. Blade, February 14th. It's interesting how like February used to be that month where they would dump things that they were going to lose money on. And Deadpool came out, I think, in February. Has typically come out normally in like, late winter, February time. But they're trying to, I guess, bulk up that schedule with a lot of good movies. So I'm not going to pronounce his first name, but the Marshall Ali. Well, there we go. Marshall Ali, I think, is how his name's pronounced. I'm looking forward to him being Blade. Yeah, Deadpool did come out on Valentine's Day. Yep, that is correct. I wanted to take my wife to that. She's like, no Deadpool for Valentine's. So, and then we've got. Oh yeah, she says I ruin things. She ruins things. You're ruining all the fun. So, and then, which we don't even have a cast for it yet. It's all speculation. Fantastic Four is supposed to be May 2nd of 2025. So
I could see that one getting pushed if they don't even have a cast for it yet.
Yeah, it's kind of all over the place. Supposedly I'm trying to think of her name. She was in Mission Impossible, the one with Henry Cavill. She was also in that really terrible Hobbs and Shaw Fast and Furious movie. She played the sister. I don't know if you guys ever saw that.
The Spanish chick?
Not the Spanish. That's actually the Spanish chick is actually I think she's Brazilian. That's actually Chris Hemsworth's wife, the lady who I think you're thinking of.
Okay.
But God, I can't remember her name. Was she in Downton Abbey, babe? She doesn't know. I don't.
I got asked. Wasn't Jim from The Office going to be the stretchy guy, Mr. Fantastic?
That was just fan casting, apparently. Like, I think they wanted to give him, but he already said that he's not reprising that role. But then again, actors do lie. When Benedict Cumberbatch was in Star Trek, he said, "Oh, I'm not playing Khan," and then he's like, "My name is Khan." So, yeah. So who knows? But Adam Driver, was supposedly offered the role of Doom. He turned it down. He didn't want to play that. I think he's kind of getting tired of
Ryder
playing.
says Josh Hartnett was offered Doom.
Oh, Josh Hartnett. Well, Adam Driver was offered the role as well of Doom.
Mm-hmm.
But he passed on that, and then they offered him Mr. Fantastic, supposedly, and he passed on that as well. And then Margot Robbie was offered the role of Mrs. Fantastic, or my brain's not working. Sue Storm, thank you.
Tony says he was in the first X-Men movie. We need screenshots, Tony.
Yeah, I want to see that. I'd be interested to see if maybe Josh Brolin makes a cameo as Thanos in Deadpool 3. He's not showing up as Cable, but it'd be funny if they actually brought him in as Thanos, you know.
Well, they're not saying he's showing up as Cable.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. But so Fantastic Four, who knows? May 2nd, 2039, maybe, who knows? So
2099.
2099.
We'll get Spider-Man movie.
We're all gonna end up like heads in a jar, like in Futurama. You know,
we
being
could use
fed
a few
human-
less Spider-Man movies, though. There's been a lot of them recently.
Yeah. Well, there's I mean, Craven's coming out. God, I think that's gonna be May of 2024, I believe. It was supposed to be this year. They pushed that one. And then Madam Web, yeah. And Madam Web's going to be focusing on Madam Web. Sydney Sweeney's playing Jessica Carter, I think Jessica Carpenter. Or the
Julie.
Oh, Julie Carpenter. Thank you. Sorry. Like I said, it's been a very long day for me. And then we have another person playing Arachna, I think. But yeah, I don't know.
I like this idea.
Yeah.
Bring them in as Thanos and Cable.
Fight each other.
You get paid twice.
There you
go. Yeah. Money talks. So, and then Armor Wars is coming out as well in 2025 sometime. That's when I think they probably will cancel. I don't think they're going to do that series. I think the amount of money it would cost to do it, like, well, you know, and they were going to do it originally as a 6-part series or 8-part series that got pushed into a movie. Supposedly Eternals 2 is in the works. I'm fine with just having the one. I don't think we need a 2. You know, unless they have a different director. I think that, you know, she visually is great, but I think storytelling wise, it was kind of all over the place. So
I want to see Star Fox and Pip the Troll. Come on.
I'm good. I can pass on that. Spider-Man 4, so which will focus on him going his freshman year of college. So, which is odd because they have a cartoon called Freshman Year, but it'd be nice if they actually start to do like the names of the actual comics. Like maybe we have a Spectacular Spider-Man movie, you know. Then Avengers. This is pretty much set in stone. Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, May 1st, 2026. So yeah. And then we jump to 2027, Avengers Secret Wars, which I think everybody's going to be excited for. You know, I'll be 50 years old. So, yeah, if I can make it up the stairs in the movie theater, you know, and take the elevator to the top row.
Tony says, bring Stingray to the big screen.
I mean, he's been in a lot of cards lately, from what I've seen. A few card sets, like he was in Flare of Avengers, you know, on a medallion, you know. So, and I did see a few sketch cards of him. So that would be interesting. Silverhawks, yeah. But that's it in terms of like movie and TV show stuff that I was able to find. I'm sure there's more information out there. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff.
Nothing.
A lot of movies and a lot of shows over the next couple of years.
I'm saying absolutely nothing on X-Men, right?
On an actual X-Men movie?
Movie?
No. I mean, supposedly, I don't want to talk too much about like script leaks and plot leaks for stuff, but you know, supposedly in Deadpool 3, that's how they're going to bring in, you know, and then supposedly in Secret Wars, possibly so. But that's so far out. That's 2027. I mean, they have the IP. They might as well start working on laying the groundwork and actually getting a movie in, you know. Yeah, I mean, Captain America Brave New World is supposedly going to have adamantium in the movie. So that's how they're going to introduce that into the MCU. I don't know if they, you know, my thoughts are, why don't they do this? Like, supposedly have, like, okay, Emma Frost, the Stepford Cuckoos, Professor X, maybe have a team of mutants who are all psychics, basically making so people don't know mutants exist and erase people's memories of mutants. And then just maybe bring them in, you know, with a movie coming out soon. Have a tie-in that way. Rather than they've been here all along. You know, they've been teasing it because, like, in Miss Marvel, they used the word for the first time in the MCU, mutant. So, and then they've also said, I think there was something else where they talked about mutants as well. Another project they did, which I can't remember which one it was, but I know they definitely said something about mutations. So
they've retconned Miss Marvel to be a mutant in the comics now.
Yeah, they killed her and then they brought her back as a mutant, which, yeah, they killed Spiderman again in the comics too, which they brought him back like an issue later. So, man, I remember when I was, in high school when they did the whole Death of Superman thing. It's so old. It's so tiring. They said mucus. She has a mucus DNA. That's what it is, Tony. But yeah, no, it's a lot of stuff. It's going to depend upon, of course, the writer strike and the actor strike. So, but yeah, I would love to see a Domino Folks movie as well, Marvel's cards. But I know Zazie Beetz is not coming back.
I'm okay with that, honestly.
Yeah. So, yeah, I remember it being on the news all the time, Crockpot, Death of Superman stuff, and I I know people who still had their books still in the poly bag, and apparently, like when you take it out of the poly bag, it's all wrinkled from the actual poly bag itself. So I think you actually have to pull it out of the bag just to get it graded. I don't think they'll grade it within the bag, which is crazy. So I've actually got a few books autographed by Dan Jurgens and God, I can't remember the name of the guy, but the Man of Steel series they did, not the actual with Steel, the character, but yeah. So
lots of movies, lots of shows. What do we got going on? What do we got going on in the card world? Who's got anime orders? Anybody?
I got 6 boxes. Yeah.
Do you have a link
to
anime? The anime? Yeah, because it doesn't show up. I can't find it in the search for David Adams, but I know that the people were getting emails to pay off their final balances on anime. So I would imagine that's going to be coming out pretty soon.
I know that I had it bookmarked, but I think last time I looked at it, I believe it didn't work. I know that the link, I believe, is still available for pre-order on. Steel City's got it. I paid, I think $119.99 per box.
Yeah, I think that's about what they came out at.
And Steel City has it for $249 right now.
It's not a bad price for something if you're getting decent inserts and potential hits and stuff.
But we don't know who the artist is or what type of art is going to be in there. So
we still don't have a checklist or anything like that yet.
Like if I had known what Beginnings was going to look like, I probably would have canceled all my. I actually tried to cancel my pre-order, and then I got like, "Oh, your order shipped." Like literally, when I went to go email them, I got an email 5 minutes before that saying your order is shipped. So, and I didn't want to go through the hassle of returning it, but I paid pre-order price, so I didn't pay $249 a box for it. Which, if I had paid $249, I would have been extremely, extremely mad. I know a few people were able to or made it get shipped back. I don't know if there was a restocking fee for that, but yeah, you lie. Who lied?
You did. Apparently.
I did.
He's calling you out. Yeah.
Oh, well, what did I lie about?
I don't know. You'll have to ask him, man.
I don't know. Oh, did I lie about not liking Beginnings? I liked pulling the Sinkovich autograph, but that was about it. But yeah, there's that. Then there's we've got. I think the next set will probably be Allegiance, X-Men versus Avengers, probably, and that'll have sketch cards.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I just picked up 2 sketch cards from that.
Did you?
Maybe. Nice. Yeah.
Yep. We've got that. We've got. We've also got another Allegiance set, which is going to be, which I don't think will come out this year, but that'll be the Infinity War Allegiance, which I'm contemplating. I've got 5 boxes of X-Men versus Avengers pre-ordered. I'm contemplating seeing if I can switch that over to the Infinity War because I like Infinity War more than I actually like the Avengers versus X-Men comic series. So I think it'd be cool to have like both Avengers and X-Men characters in the sketches in that set. But I mean, your chances of having that same thing in Infinity War are going to be probably the same. So, but I like more of the Thanos, versus everybody aspect of Infinity War, especially that card set. So, and plus also I prefer comic cuts from that than a newer comic, which is going to probably be what the comic cuts will be in Allegiance, X-Men versus Avengers. So,
yeah, Tony, there's 3 total in that Allegiance series.
Yeah, the third one's ridiculous with the current band characters, though.
Yeah.
And even, it's been a long time since I've read them. Now, I know in the Infinity Gauntlet, Surfer played a big role. Was he still involved in Infinity War? I'm just trying to think which FF band characters they can't use in that set.
I mean, thinking back, like Nebula was a big character in that. Of course, Lady Death, you have all the cosmic entities like Lord Chaos and, or I can't remember exactly who, but Eternity. And then you've got like the Collector. You've got Living Tribunal. So, I mean, there's going to be a lot of those celestial-based characters. So I think Galactus and Silver Surfer, hopefully they get unbanned. Hopefully we have them in that set. Who knows? I mean, that's the problem. They don't release who's actually on that list and who's not. I know some of the sketch artists know, but are they allowed to say is the question. Some of them told us, but is that public knowledge is the question. So I'm not putting anybody out there to tell us about that.
Yeah.
But
Armando, as far as I know, no new information on Marvel Platinum at all. It's available on Steel City at $225.
I've got one piece of information on Platinum that I acquired at the latest con I was at. It's like Tom Fleming's going to be on the set. And I mean, it's probably already known. I don't know. But I did get to see some of the stuff he did, which was cool. Showed me some of the characters he did. So,
how was
is it
Con?
Original art?
Yep.
Oh,
original art.
Nice. How was Dragon Con for you?
It was crazy. I've never seen so much cosplay in my life. I bought a lightsaber. It was awesome. I'm now watching YouTube videos on how to fight with it because I bought the upgraded version of the stick to be able to battle people. So, it was fun. It's kind of weird. It's spread out between 5 or 6 different hotels, and so you got to kind of bounce back and forth, which sounds all right as far as just getting around. But then every building has a capacity limit, so the lines are stupid long. So, the first day I went to Artist Alley to get a couple commissions from some of the guys that were there, and I got in fairly quickly. But then I left to go to do something else. And I had to go back to get the commission piece that I had because, they were going to work on it during the show and I was going to pick it up later that day. 3 or 4 hours later, I go back over there and there's a whole nother line for another 3 hours to get in. Luckily, I don't follow the rules and I just went in the back door and up the escalator. And
did you flash your pilot badge?
No. I just had my lightsaber and I said, let me in.
Bopping people on the head.
Yeah. But, no, I just, I kind of, I didn't really feel bad about going to the back door because I was just like, hey, look, I got to go pick these pieces up. I'm not going to wait. They were waiting to get into the vendor hall as well. And so it was just I gotta go get this thing. I'm not coming back. I'm not going to stand three. They should have given out little tickets or something to say okay, this guy should get to the front of the line to be able to get in to go get his thing or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of
passes or something.
Yeah, it was just a weird setup. And so, whatever.
It'd be cool if they had a ticket they give you basically, or some kind of receipt, and then you call them at the booth, and then they have a runner or somebody that
Yeah,
runs
like
out
a
there and gives you your
validation
stuff.
ticket or just anything. I don't know. They've only been doing it for 30 years, so it's not like they had any time to figure anything out like that. But yeah,
They're all drunk the whole time.
the initial line to get into the vendor hall was like, I mean, it was probably 2.5, 3 hour wait. It was just wild.
Wow.
But it was good. Dan was there. Got to see
Mhm.
him. Got some autographs.
Nice.
A nice one there.
There you go.
I saw a few people in the groups had some just Tom Fleming autos on some of their green FUA cards.
Yeah, I got a Tom Fleming card. Here's Dan's business card, but yeah, where did that card go? Hold on just a second. Somewhere around here.
Ken asked, was there any Domino or Psylocke cosplay? Those are his too.
Yeah, I didn't see any. There was a ton of Marvel. I was pleasantly surprised with the amount. You can see it all on my Instagram if you go to wherever, my name's not even on here, but First Avenger 01 on my Instagram. You can see all the cosplay stuff. I posted on there. But yeah, Tom was there. He signed my Spiderman for me.
Nice.
Oh, nice. There you go.
But and then I got a green Spider-Man signed as well, but I think I'm gonna use that for a giveaway or something.
I pulled the out of 63 She-Hulk autograph.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that.
Yeah. But yeah, overall it was fun, good time. Lots of stuff to see, lots of cool. The cosplay was the news part. Like everybody goes to this like after party, and it's just like I just stood there for 5 hours and just watched people in different cosplays come around. There was like there was an Apocalypse. This guy had he was on stilts and
I've seen that guy before, and there's another guy who does a really cool Rhino, and it's comic book accurate Rhino. Yeah.
I saw a 90s Wolverine. It was kind of fun. I don't think I posted that one yet. I still have some stuff I got to throw up there. But there was an amazing Moon Knight dude. The guy did his own costume, 3D printed, put the fabric around it. Yeah, just a lot of pretty in depth cosplay stuff. It was fun to see. And then obviously the whole breadth of all fantasy. There was thousands of cosplay people there. It was pretty wild.
Yeah. There's a guy who does some pretty fun. He dresses up as Deadpool. It's, I think, P Diddy is his YouTube channel. It's like P_Diddy, I believe. And it's not PG-13. It's PG-13 rated, I would say. So
I got you.
But it's pretty funny to watch him interact with the different cosplayers. He's basically got just the cheap Deadpool costume on, but it's pretty cool when they showcase all the different people doing cosplays. So,
hey, Tony, I did on the second day. After I bought the lightsaber, I was like, well, I got to get in on this cosplay. So I did the Wish version of Luke Skywalker saving Grogu in the last episode of Mandalorian.
Did you dye your bathrobe from the hotel in the tub? Like when you get some black dye from Walmart, you're like,
that would have been brilliant. Although
it's going to cost $60 for this bathrobe, I might as well go ahead and dye it in the tub.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I actually just had like a black hoodie in my closet, and I actually had a little Grogu doll that I bought when the Mandalorian came out because I was like, oh, this is going to be a collectible that's going to be just like shoot through the roof, and it's been in my closet ever since. So I had that, plus I had the lightsaber, which had the green blade, and then I just threw on a black glove, and boom, there you go. The cheapo, poor man's version of cosplay, but it was fun. You gotta get into the spirit of the thing, and
as long as you had a good time, that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I mean, if I go again, I'm definitely gonna try and up my cosplay game for sure.
Yeah, I have friends who are really into cosplay. Like I have a friend of mine who does a lot of World of Warcraft cosplay.
Yeah, and like I said, I didn't know exactly everything that everybody's characters were that were dressed up there, but there was just some really intricate, really cool And like I said, I just stood there for hours just watching these people go by and took video and just watched them drink some beer and was just like amazed at how these people put this stuff together. And it's like some of it's like movie quality, and it just it's wild.
I'm just amazed at how they can stand to be in those things for that amount of time.
Well, and it was hot as shit. So I was wearing shorts because I was like, I'm not putting pants on or boots. I'm wearing shorts, and I was like, I'm weather appropriate Luke Skywalker. I'm not putting on pants, man. I already sweat enough as it is. So I was, but yeah, some of those people, I don't know how they get, like, they'd have to put some AC units in those things.
I've seen like some of them do have like little like computer fans basically in some of the larger costumes, like the Hulkbuster armor. There's one guy who does that, and then also Adam Savage goes incognito, so he always does every year for Comic-Con. He did this past year, but he'll do like a pretty, huge cosplay, and he'll do it incognito and walk around. But people will figure out who he is, by people around him. And he'll get swarmed, so he's got to kind of cut it out and leave, after people recognize who he is. Mm-hmm. I do like watching some of the videos where they actually have the actors playing the character, like Andrew Garfield was walking around as Spiderman at Comic-Con.
Oh, nice.
So
there was an amazing Spider-Punk. I got a picture of him on the Instagram, and then there was another guy that was Peter Parker with the baby.
Mm-hmm. In the bathrobe.
Yeah, so that was pretty good too. So every time I saw a Marvel guy, I tried to snap a pic.
Gonna cosplay with Flash as the microwave.
But you as the baby and Flash in the microwave.
There you go. I'll be inside the microwave. You open the door and there you go.
Yeah.
Tony says, has breaking the boxes for MM slowed? Yeah, I'd say drastically. I think those $500 and $600 pre-orders are done.
Yeah,
as far as people that aren't holding.
I think a lot of people have fatigue from that set, from the cost and just seeing what it's already been hit and what's going to be on EPAC. It's kind of like, well, that 1-of-1 was pulled, that 1-of-1 was pulled, that 1-of-1 was pulled, that out of 10 was pulled. So it's kind of like, I mean, the print run is not, it's larger than previous masterpieces from what I've heard from some people say, but it personally just wasn't a set for me. I love the art, but I can't justify the amount of money that you spend on that box. I could spend $150, $200 on a box, but there's no way I could spend $600 to $500 on a box of cards. I mean, it's just too big of a gamble.
Whatnot guys are still doing breaks.
Oh yeah.
There's still demand for it at that level. But
I'll be selling singles tonight on my first ever Whatnot stream. So come on,
there you go.
All right, you're removed from stream for plugging your Whatnot. I'm joking.
All right.
You've broken the TOS. Goodbye.
Nobody ever sent them to me.
Yeah. No, I've seen some. I've seen some deals that are being had on singles. Except for tier 4 stuff like Thor and whatnot. But not to plug Whatnot. But yeah, no. I mean,
but it's not a bad place to go to get singles though. It's kind of like
it's not.
It's kind of like ComC in that you get your cards. Depending on the seller, you get your cards relatively quickly. You get them relatively affordable. When you figure you go to 4 or 5 different sellers on eBay, and then you're paying $4+ per shipping per card. On Whatnot, you can get a bunch of them from one person that's running a single stream and pay $5 in shipping.
I heard some stories about some of the sellers though, like for the cards were selling not what they wanted to sell, so they weren't combining shipping, so they were making you pay, and then they were just basically sending one shipment with your cards.
Well, on Whatnot, they don't. There's not an option for them to do that after.
Yeah, no,
they
you have to
set it up during, like when they're creating the stream itself.
You pay the like $5 or whatever it is for shipping for the first one, then you get like $1,
and then Whatnot adds a little bit extra for the additional weight of whatever the person listed as.
That used to always be like the eBay scheme. Like people would charge you like $1 for the thing and then like $400 for shipping,
because they didn't charge fees on the shipping. But now they charge fees on everything. So
yep. Oh yeah.
Oh man.
But
yeah.
I think Ian's doing a stream tonight too.
Okay.
I know Thursday nights he's usually doing his normal Whatnot streams, but I'm pretty sure he's got something going on tonight.
Yeah, he had one planned for 10, I think. So.
I think he's doing Flare.
He's doing a $3 Flare break tonight.
Yeah, 19 Flare. was what I saw on his Instagram. So, but I still have this to crack open. So,
Oh yeah, let's get to that.
yeah, I've got the snips, I've got the screwdriver to pop open the top, and I've got my trusty Ziploc bag here, so shit doesn't go everywhere. When I pop it open.
I did not do that the first time when I did mine. It was like
so I'll go ahead and put it in the bag.
And, let me get you here. I'm going to make you big so that way you can.
Let me change cameras
change your
real
camera?
quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to change cameras here.
pulling out the microscope.
Microscope.
It's a 7. So he just wants to crack it. And he's thinking about sending it off to a different company to get it in a different slab. So
I would rather, have it actually in my binder as well, than
yeah, especially if you're doing a rainbow, like looks better.
Ryder says first aid next to you. Yep, the wife is there, so
she's got the tourniquet ready to go. Actually, my other camera is not working now for some reason. It was working earlier.
Oh, but, way to go! You and your technology issues. For an IT guy,
dude, it's OBS. I don't take any responsibility for how wonky.
Did you try rebooting it?
I did that like twice, and I got it working, and then the microscope decided. Let me.
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again?
I did. I totally did. Actually, do that. Give me a second here.
If you haven't watched the IT crowd, it is.
I love the IT crowd. See, it's what's funny is it shows up in. I'm gonna go to properties. It shows up there. It shows the camera. Maybe it's because it's right here.
You got to hit it behind your other cameras.
Hidden behind your other 6 cameras.
Yeah. So let me just move this to the top.
It's OBS. He doesn't take responsibility for OBS and the user error that involves too many screens showing up at the same time.
Hush.
Make sure you have some safety goggles.
Hey Matt,
I got glasses on, so
Derpa, you know that little eyeball that's next to the cameras on OBS? If you click those, it hides them.
Sideball. Elmo want to break shit. Let's break shit.
Can we get some who is it? Limp Bizkit break shit in the background while we do this?
Right?
Give me something to break.
All right.
Corner.
Is that against the TOS in the group? I don't know.
Don't know.
Limp Bizkit? No. If you said Nickelback, we'd have to ban you, but you're good.
There we go.
Limp Bizkit, you're good.
Well, it still made shit go everywhere. Oh well. So
yeah, well, you're using tense. You're supposed to use tile cutters.
No more than 4 seconds.
We're talking over it. We'll be all right.
Did that come through? Okay.
Yeah, it came through.
Sorry, I don't want to get us banned from.
No, you're
I got
good.
the Dyson ready to go, so I can go ahead and fix that.
The part you can't really tell with the sound.
All right, now the tricky part. This is where Matt stabs himself on camera, so it's a good thing there's a delay.
I gotta break it again.
I
know. You can hear the prices right.
Measure once and snip twice. Measure twice and snip once.
God, that's hopefully it's not a circumcision.
I heard that Tony Perna's doing the next set. That's the rumor I'm going to start spreading.
That bag doesn't seem to be holding the plastic.
Yeah, Matt, you're like cutting the bag, so the pieces are just going.
You should have put this. You should have put the scissors in.
This is only my second slab I've cracked. Sorry.
The scissors.
Science.
I know. I'm tired. Leave me alone. Look.
Should you be doing this if you're tired?
Look at that. I made glitter. It's beautiful.
Yeah, just wait till you step on one of those that you didn't realize.
I'm going to do a line of slab in a minute. No,
oh no!
The label. No,
the poor label.
Here's the label. There we go.
Yeah, those things are pretty easy.
It's free.
Now, don't set it down on the shards, otherwise it's definitely going to be a 7.
No, it'll have an indentation that'll knock it down automatically to a 6.
All right, so let me switch cameras. I know what I'm doing now. Leave me alone.
Are we trimming the card tonight, Matt, to get those edges to look
clean? I don't have a Kurt's Care kit with me. We're not trimming anything.
Oh, the Kurt's Card kit doesn't come with trimming tools. You already have the trimming tools.
I'm not bringing those snips anywhere near
curating. Okay?
All right.
Boom. Well,
Is that a hair?
there's a hair.
That's not a hair. That's just. Here.
Oh,
All right.
You can see the fibers of the paper. Well, hey, Venom.
oh, see there, you're missing a piece of red right next to, or orange right next to his head.
All right, we move this over a little bit so I can get
Oh,
actually.
that was just the lighting.
All right, so like I said, I didn't see any dimples on this card when we were looking at it. There is. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm looking
You
at
got the soft corner. You got the white
Top right
corner there.
yeah,
That
And then
edging is looking a little rough.
edging.
And you've already looked at the card longer than PSA did.
Yeah. This area right here is probably the
Work
most
the
concerning.
timer. All right, you're done. Give it a grade. What is it?
Yep. And then right there.
Yeah, a lot
too.
on the edge.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, the 7.
Would they cut these with a butter knife?
That's upper deck for you, man. Yeah. The bottom, definitely. It's really hard to tell though in that slab, and then that corner right there you can see.
Yeah.
Right there. So, like I said,
It looks like right down there between those black lines on that bottom of the card that you're missing a little bit of the orange too.
Yeah, that's what I was pointing out right
That's
there.
a decent little chunk right there. Yeah.
Sorry, my fingers kind of.
What about the back?
The back looked really good when I was looking at it, but yeah, it's just the edging on this.
Mm.
You know, it's just bad. Unfortunately, like, all of these are like that.
It's like they used they didn't change the sharp to the blade after.
No,
Marvel
they didn't bother at all looking at
Marvel
the blade.
Marshall says, at least you didn't pull a Scandell. For Steve.
Yeah, I could get a Sharpie out and we could fix that real quick. But this is a PC card, so I mean, it was going to come out of the slab anyway, and I didn't pay crazy amounts of money for it. You know,
Surprisingly, the back edges are better than the front.
I was gonna say the back does look better. Yeah,
just along the bottom there.
It doesn't look better.
Oh, that
actually.
might not even. That's not edging. That was just a glare. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, the only thing I see is right there, that corner, just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
You know, and we can zoom in even more. Well, I think that's about as close.
Enhance.
I could actually adjust it and go down lower, but I don't think we need to. But no, I didn't see any dimpling or anything on it. You know, like normally, like with these cards, like the Wolverines especially, right on the middle of the card, like right on his chest, is where there's going to be a little dimple that they put on there. Unfortunately, in the process, like all the turquoise high series and pink high series Wolverines have that dimple. That's dead center of the chest. But yeah, look at the top. That's
just that couple of the corners have a little tiny white on them, but that's about it.
But it's like, you know, I mean,
the front edging that got you.
Yeah, it's just glare that you're seeing when you see white. Mm-hmm. It's just the front. Yeah. So I guess I'll be going to get a Tony. Should I get a Prismacolor orange for this to match? So fix that. Yeah. Yeah, I do collect Venom. I've got quite a few Venom cards. I've actually got except for the green PMG, of course, and the neon green. I have all the cards except for the purple. You know, also from this set. But I almost have a complete Venom Rainbow for the low series as well. I just don't have the orange. And I found out I have to buy a new air conditioner probably next year. So,
suck it up for the rest of September and you'll be okay until then.
But yeah, I mean, like overall, it's a nice looking card, you know.
So where on the turquoise is the dimple that you were saying?
So basically, like right in this area on the turquoise Wolverines and the pink. Both the high series cards have like a little dimple right in this area. I don't know what's causing that, but yeah. Oh yeah, no, you can get Marvelous. You can get a lot of really good deals right now. You know, on eBay and some people in the group. I mean, especially with masterpieces, people were still chasing, you know, boxes a few months ago for that, and they were selling off everything in the group, you know. And the white on here is just actually part of the card, so. But yeah, I don't see any dimples anywhere on this.
Yeah, and you've already looked at it way longer. How's can you zoom it out, Matt? Just to
yeah, I'd have to
separate stuff.
let me do this. There's a little like track on the back where you can kind of pull it up, and I'm hitting the other camera, and then I've got to refocus real quick here on it. So see if I can go up any higher. I think I'm almost at the. That's the top right there. There you go.
Yeah, that should be fine. So then the centering on this is where they're using the Skybox logo and what else?
And I believe it's I don't want to push it too high because it'll hit the
No,
top
just
of
flip it. Just flip it over.
Yeah. So I believe they're looking at this middle logo.
Yeah, probably.
and
My
they're
guess is
seeing-
probably like the edge of the Venom, the V on the Venom, and then the
I don't know if I have any other
inside edge of the logo, maybe.
Let me take a look. I do have 2 other high series cards here. I actually just traded 2 cards away to get another MVL Spiderman metal sketch. I've actually almost got the entire Scarlet Spider one. So here we have this one. So we can kind of compare. That looks pretty much almost dead on to me. It might be off a little bit. I think.
Yeah, it's off a little bit too.
Yeah.
Like whichever one's off, I'm not sure, but the Venom is
further over.
Yeah, more towards the right of the screen than the Black Cat is.
Yeah. If I hold something straight up to them, the lines do not line up at all.
Yeah.
What do they use as the control?
That's the thing, is you're just kind of looking for things that should be similar in like the distance from the edges, and in this case, like if we use the edge of the name,
but see the Prowler lines up.
So it could be the Black Cat.
So I think the Black Cat might be just a tiny bit off.
I mean,
but then again, it might be where they placed it.
In this day and age, shouldn't the card companies offer a template to these grading companies, since grading is so huge, and say, this is what a perfectly centered card looks like?
Should have, but hey, unfortunately, yeah. So that's why I'm really not too keen on grading, unless it's something that I plan on selling, and not PCing. But like I said, this card is definitely a PC card. I mean, it's McFarlane. It's out of 25, so I'm never going to sell it. It's going to stay in my collection forever. So, but yeah,
cool.
So, you guys watch me destroy card, destroy a holder. So there we go.
All right. It was just a PSA holder, so it doesn't matter that you ruined it.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be great if they actually did like give you notes, like grader notes and stuff like that, like they do on comics and stuff. But I mean, they just, I don't know. It's annoying. Let me go back to top. There I am. And back.
And he's back.
So that's what I've got, for everything.
Yeah.
I think we discussed a lot. We discussed some of the upcoming sets, anime. Oh, I now see. I didn't see. I had OBS pulled, so I didn't see all Tony's comments. Like, stop looking at his crotch.
Well, he only complained that you were looking at Venom's crotch. He didn't complain when you were looking at Black Cat's crotch. So,
yeah, I'll get Black Cat. Actually, I don't own Black Cat anymore, so I really shouldn't be looking at her crotch. So, I'm waiting for my wife to lean back over again and go like.
Tony made a good point about when they cut it. I know that like in those big presses, they have like big, so all the sheets are stacked and the blade just comes down. And if it gets shifted just a little bit, it can kind of cut it off.
Yeah.
A little bit different.
Just a little bit.
I guess that's where that off centering comes from. But
yeah. But I got a new souvenir. Got this shiny broken case, which will go right in the recycling bin. So
that's non-recyclable plastic.
Now make sure you send the label in so that way they take it off the pop report.
I might just sell the label on eBay and somebody can. No, I'm just joking. That guy who was making the fake PMGs not too long ago. The custom. Do
you have an orange and you want a 7 and your card's a 6? I got the label for you.
There you go. It's only slightly wrinkled and crinkled and smashed from my opening here. So, should we give away the label? I'll put in a 25-cent or 29-cent envelope, but there it is. So, yeah, I don't give a crap. That's right in the trash. So, but yeah, I think we covered a lot. Do you guys have anything else to talk about tonight? River dancing?
Just random stuff, man. Just whatever anybody wants to talk about. So it's fun to just hang out sometimes and just talk about whatever. So Mario Kart's been going good on Discord. Well, for some of us.
My first pristine 10.
Ooh,
what?
They do exist.
Yeah. Is that the autograph Fabian one?
No, it's just the base one. That's still
okay.
Very nice.
Awesome.
It is really cool. It's sort of like an embossed 10.
Yeah.
Does it just look like an embossed 10, or is it?
No, it's actually raised. It's
nice.
Definitely tell. Yeah.
It's like foiled too.
Yeah.
I've been looking at tag grading. They're a newer company. They use a lot of AI in their grading. It's like they just released, or they just started doing like anytime grading where you can submit whenever, but it's like $25 a card. But they do drops every now and then where you can get like 5 or 10 card spots, and that's $14 a card. They ship you like a kit to mail your stuff back to them, and then your cards get mailed back to you, and everything's built into the cost essentially. It's pretty cool. But you get like their slabs are crystal clear like the CGC slabs are, but the label's not a label. It's etched onto the slab itself. And you get 2 grades. There's your 1 through 10 grade. So they have 2 10s. They don't have a 9.5. And then they have the 9 down half grades like everybody else does. But then there's a score from 0 to 1,000. That's your overall collective score. And then you scan that. And it takes you to your grading report, which has like your dimensions for your centering. It scans of your 3D dimensional scans of your card showing like imperfections in the card, the edge issues, the corner issues, and that all accumulates to your 0 out of 1,000 score. So it's really cool how they do it.
She said 3D scanning. So does that mean they actually do like a topography and they can detect dents and
That's
stuff?
where they can detect the surface issues. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. As far as like the dimples and stuff like that. But you get images showing you where those dimples are on the card. Like they highlight and show you exactly where the issues are. So all these people that are out there that go, how'd my card get that? That's like the exact way you can tell exactly why your card got the grade it got. So, but they're still a smaller company, so they're like limited to what they can actually do for submissions and everything right now. But the cards look really nice, or the slabs do at least. So.
I like the presentation, I think, on the HGA ones I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they come in an actual box, and they're kind of stacked, like how many you get, basically. So if you have, like, 4 or 5, they're all in, like, one box. And the slabs don't look too bad to me at all.
So
Tony's asking about the tag, about the Allegiance sets. So the first one is X-Men versus Avengers, which is the next one to come out. Probably we don't know when it's being released. We haven't got a date yet.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got Infinity War. Yeah. And then what was are they doing Infinity Gauntlet one too, or there's a third one? I know that.
I think it's the Gauntlet. I think it's the Gauntlet.
Yeah. Because I know Infinity War came first in the comics, and then Gauntlet came after that. So, but yeah, I think those are the 3 sets, and the 3 announced. We may have more than that. I mean, I could see them kind of pushing out more of those, you know.
So it's the Infinity Trilogy is the second one. Is what it's called. So it's X-Men, Avengers versus X-Men, and then the Infinity Trilogy. But those are the only 2 that have been released for pre-order so far that I know of. I'm not sure what the third one is called. It might be a Secret Wars one, Tony. I'm not sure. But
there was talks of a Secret Wars set a while back, but we haven't heard anything about it. So, you know, maybe that's like Ixnay on the Ikrite Horde guys. I'll be right back.
Yeah. The cool thing with like you were talking with the HGA, the way they comes back, like CGC has their little dividers, so all the cards come back in the little dividers, which is really nice because it's a great storage box for afterwards.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The tag stuff comes back, and it's all bagged up in black bags with the tag logo on the front of it.
That was cool.
So it's like when you get them and you open it up, it's like opening packs again.
Nice. Do you have
you don't know what slab you're pulling?
Yeah, do you have one that you could show us? Or
I don't. I can pull their stuff up. I can pull their website up and show some of that.
Yeah, because I've seen a couple different up and coming creators, but I haven't been all that impressed. Actually,
so here's their slab here. So it's clear like the CGC slab is, but the whole label is just etched onto the slab itself.
So it has a black label in there, but then everything else is
there's no label in there at all. It's the slab, and then the label information is etched onto the slab.
Okay.
So if you were to crack this open, it's just etched onto
I got you.
the slab itself. So you get your number grade, and then the QR code lets you scan. So that says 972. Mm-hmm. So it met the criteria of the Gem Mint 10, which is 950 to 980, I think. And that gets you the Gem Mint 10, and then 980 and up gets you their pristine 10 or whatever they're calling it. But then that code gets you to a pop report or to a report that shows you everything. So the nice thing is you don't need a cert number to find the reports for the cards. You can just go into the cards themselves or into the report, and you can pull up everything. So if we go to Marvel, let's go. All right, so they've only graded 2 of the 1990 cards. So let's just go there. Impel Marvel Universe. They've graded 2 of them. 1 got a 10, and they were both Moon Knights. 1 got a 10 and 1 got a 9. So let's go here. So if we go to the 9, it shows you where the card was shipped to from them. So like the state that it got shipped to. So if there was more, it would have more states highlighted if they got shipped to different states.
Interesting.
But you go to them. So here's the 9. It ranks second. So by grade, it's the highest score. So 923 was the score it got. It's the highest score by grade. It's the second overall ranking card that they've graded for this. And we can look at some other ones that show more cards. But then it's the first one that got a mint. It's the first one that was graded. And then it gives you the cert number. But if you go to the report, which you can't see now because now it popped up in a different tab. So let me do this, share here, share window, share that. There we go. All right, so this is the report here. So you get their grade. Cool. This is the cumulative grade, and then your number grade for the card. Front and back images, which allow you to zoom. It gives you your ranking in the population report. It gives you your front score was 920, your back score was 984.
That's actually really
slick. They weight the front score more than the back. It gives you your front and back centering, front and back corners, which the corners on the front were 994, so almost perfect. 984 on the back. The centering got it on the front, which that's usually the case with these. The surface was really good, and the edges were, for the most part, good. If the centering was better on the front, this would have got a 10. It gives you the exact dimensions of the card as well. It gives you the centering, like where it's centered, how it's centered, the scores for all the different centerings. It says, here's your surface. And it says, these are the issues we found on the surface. So on the front, they found some scratches. There was an ink surface defect, a couple of those, some scratches, a pit. So here's a pit. So let's take a look at that. We can click on that, and it shows you exactly where the pit is on the card. So you can see here's the logo, and then it's saying that pit is right there. So then that allows you to go back to the card and be like, that's where it's at. And if you wanted to look under magnification, you'd be able to actually see where that's at. We wanted to see like the ink surface defect. This region right here, there's a defect for the ink. This is in their grayscale, so you can't really see it there, but it shows you exactly where it's at on the card. So then you can go back and look at it. It gives you the corner and edge issues that they find, and they give you the little circles, and they tell you how much the score affects it, or how much those issues affected the scores, which in this case wasn't very much at all. And then it gives you the edges and all the little defects that they found in the edges. Again, they're all weighted. They all count differently based on size and depth and all that. And then your graded card images afterwards. And this is not additional. So like Beckett charges you for the subgrades. Tech doesn't charge you any additional for this stuff. This is madness. Yeah,
that's crazy.
What was the cost of like grading like one card with them, or did you do like a bulk?
So the drops are $14 per card, and you have a year from the time that you win a drop. So it's like random. You go into a waiting room. When it drops, you get assigned a random number, and based on how many cards the people that are in front of you order, whether it's 5 or 10 for their submission, that's going to indicate how many are actually available for you. But they do have it where you can submit anytime. Right now it's at like 25. But I just thought the report was really cool because you're not paying anything extra for it.
Yeah.
This is the kind of grading that everybody keeps saying that we want to see, that we want as collectors. We say we want this, but you can see Marvelous Cards comment there. AI is going to make it damn near impossible to get a gem mint. Now we're all doomed.
So you get yourself a handy dandy microscope too to look at your cards.
I don't think that's the case because they're giving out gem mints still. I think their percentage rate is their gem mint rate's like right around 40-ish%. Maybe not quite that high, but they're tweaking their AI system and their grading system to kind of make sure that they're staying on par with what other companies are handing out.
Yeah,
as far as
I'd trust a computer more than I would trust somebody looking at it for 10 seconds. So
exactly, yeah, because you put this in, it scans it. You scan the front and back, and then the computer can do everything. So in theory, with enough server power, they can get through a lot more cards faster because you're eliminating the number of people handling your card from station to station to station. So, but let's take a look at some of these that have. So here's 2,085 cards have been graded. So this one we can actually see some more of the. See if we can find some of the larger numbers. Actually, let me go. See, here we go. 2020. There's 2,260 cards in football that were graded from 2020. This will get us a little bit better, like on the ranking stuff. We'll just go down our optic. So now you can start seeing the different cards, how many have been graded. I'll just pick this one here. We get the report, the images, population, and then you get the whole report for your cards. So it tells you exactly, again, what's going on, what you can see. It gives you the images, the scores, all that. So internet's a little slow, so it's loading the report. But no, I just thought it was really cool, like how they do it and what they're offering for the price that they're offering.
It's not a bad price at all for all of that information. You know, I mean, I think a lot
the
of people,
drop part kind of sucks because you're waiting 3-4 weeks for another drop to happen to potentially get some spots.
Yep.
Or you can pay the $10 additional. Again, they ship you the kit to then ship the stuff to them that then gets shipped back to you, and it's all built into their grading cost. It's not, you don't pay additional shipping fees or anything.
And
which is nice.
I guess I missed it. What was if you get in on the drop, what's the cost and how many?
14.
And you get to choose 14, how many out of how many?
5 or 10. Yeah, that's what they've been doing is 5 or 10. They were doing up to 20, but they wanted more people to have an opportunity to get submissions. So they cut it down to 5 or 10 for the drops.
That's cool.
It's not bad at all.
It
kind of leads me into like what I've been looking at. So people who have a lot of slabs, in terms of actually being able to store them and how you display them. I use Gem. I'm not sponsored by them. I don't have any sponsors. I use Gem loaders from my top loader, basically, because I just want to be able to keep all my Spiderman metal cards, rainbows and everything else in one giant binder. And they are actually going to be coming out soon with a slab binder. So you can actually keep all your slabs in that. So, and here we have it. This is kind of just they haven't announced it, like fully released it just yet for order, but that is a thick boy right there.
You got a lot more pages than that one.
Yeah.
Their other ones have.
Yeah. So they don't have any internal images of it just yet. The only thing
heftier zipper on that bad boy.
Yeah. It doesn't say the capacity yet,
Based on what it's showing there, and considering their normal ones are what, like 216 cards,
216
like
for the
that's
larger
probably
binders.
close to a 5. That's probably close to a 500 count.
Yeah.
Now that's at 30. That's at the 35 point top loaders. I mean, you start going up from that, you can't put them front and back on the page, right?
No, I don't think so.
Because there's just not. They're not on a D ring or anything, so they don't slide up and down. They're all sewn in.
They're all sewn in, yeah. So, as far as we know, we haven't seen any actual like images internally of this binder. It's just been, this like these, outside images basically. But yeah, looking at I'm on their homepage right now, looking at the products, and like I said, no, we're just seeing the top loader binder, and that's it on their actual page. So,
Tony, as far as like damaging cards while being inspected at grading, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
A grader drops one and it dings the corner, and then they grade the card. Any number of those things happen on a regular basis. But places like PSA, they do have processes for you. So if they now take images of the card when it comes in before it goes through grading, and then images after grading. So if you get your card and you notice something that's different from the initial images or what you sent in, then there is a process for you to file claims and stuff. So, Marvel Marshall.
Yeah, shots fired.
It's a tricky question. Right?
Here we go. Well, the answer is that the computer does fly the airplane most of the time.
Yeah.
You guys take off, you guys land, and the autopilot usually does the rest of it, right? For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah, we're up there.
But again, it's the Tesla argument. Is autopilot on a Tesla more efficient than a driver? Well, it's quicker to react, that's for sure.
But I think in the case of an airplane, you're not really dealing with a bunch of other idiots like in the sky for the most part. And the traffic's a little less up there. I mean, I know there's a lot of planes flying, but they have a specialized team directing them.
The computer's not always gonna. Yeah, a computer's not gonna take away or be able to fully analyze the situation like a human does. There's certain elements that need human touch.
Oh yeah.
But if we're equating that to grading, it's a card. If you can take 3-dimensional depth scans of the card, you can find all the issues with the card.
Well, I think
it's just building a big enough database to say this is how we're reading that.
It takes out the subjectivity of it.
Exactly.
It's
like
no longer someone's opinion. It's
like Ken said, I want some angry guy with a chip on his shoulder grading my cards.
Exactly.
Sure, people say that's not the case, but it is. You have a human involved in it. Emotions do come into it when you're talking about putting a number on something.
You had a bad day at work, you go in and you're like,
screw it, I don't want to do this. Here's a bunch of 9s. Oh, here's a 10. Yep, here's a couple of 8s just to even it out.
What's a computer going to do with the 20 I slipped inside the holder too?
Exactly.
Yep. Denny's gift card I gave them.
Yeah.
They might give you a 4 if you put a Denny's gift card in.
Hey Coombs, I got that PSA order coming your way. When you get that today, can you make sure you throw me some extra 10s on there for me?
Hey, I mean, Southwest throws parties for ATC, so they get priority on traffic control. So, I mean, a little grease on the palm never hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Follow the money.
So does that mean, Matt, you got the lightsaber, so you guys have something to do when you're at cruising altitude?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely taking that on my carry-on. Actually, I got it's got this, so it's got the blade, and then it has this little plug, so you can take the blade off and plug it, so you can just have the hilt. And I have a belt clip for it, so I'll be rocking that around the terminal.
We need the TikTok video of Delta Airlines with the Coombs flight, where you and the co-pilot come out, you make loud noises in the cockpit, then you come out of the cockpit and you're both wielding your lightsabers going down the aisle.
Dude, I should have bought 2 of these things. I got what I ended up doing is I bought the mystery box, and I got really lucky, and I ended up getting like a $350 version of lightsaber for like 110 or something like that. So I thought it was a pretty good deal. And they got me because the hilt's made out of aircraft aluminum, and that's what was on the side. And I was like, let me go check this out. And I put it in my hand. And I was like, yep, I gotta get one.
Did they tell you what character it is?
You want me to go get it?
Yeah.
It's the Guardian lightsaber. It's Obi-Wan Kenobi's.
Go grab it, man. We want to see.
Yeah. All right.
We want to see your glowing magic stick.
You want to see my glow
Bring forth
stick?
the glowing magic stick.
Marvel Marshall, just to clarify, Marvel Marshall says he has never flown before. But no, I think so. Here's what I say with like the technology aspect of the grading. I want it because then you know a 10 is going to be a 10. Again, you need a big enough database to weight stuff appropriately, but the computer will learn as it goes. AI imaging has gotten better. AI text writing has gotten better. Computers were evil when they first were made. Technology was evil when it was first made, and now we can't live without it. Like if you took away everybody's computers, where would we be? We'd be screwed big time, right? I think eventually these companies will switch to some sort of AI grading because it is more consistent then, less customer service issues.
Yeah, less hands actually.
And that means bigger bottom lines.
See, I didn't have it here earlier because I didn't know if we were a multi-platform.
This is always multi-platform. Have you not watched the episodes before you
about
became a member
earlier? So I mean, I don't know why you're thinking that.
Who's bringing these guys in here?
But, I mean, look at this bad boy.
That's
pretty awesome.
That's pretty damn detailed.
Got the red little red
company
button.
do great work.
Okay, so who has bought a lightsaber from the Build-A thing?
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh no! Here we go. Freaking no way, man!
Wait,
dude.
Does that thing have like a Pentium processor in it as well?
yes, it's got it. So in the bottom is the speaker.
Okay.
Pentium processor.
I'm waiting for the airplane in the background to go.
But
Pentium 4.
So it's got this little digital board in it, and I can hook it into the computer. I can change the blade to any color I want. You can change the sound.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean it's pretty nifty for it's their like if you were to buy this off their website, it's oh man, I forget what the freaking name of the place that makes these things. Ultimate Sabers or something like that. But
so does the light portion itself come off the saber?
Does the what portion?
Does the plastic tube disconnect?
Oh
right?
yeah,
It's just a light source.
Yeah. So I think the light source is inside down.
So
here.
if you were dueling and that cracked, you could get a replacement.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, and then I paid the $10 for the extra reinforced plastic so that you can duel with your buddy and beat the shit out of each other.
In theory.
Anyway, so if anybody is around with a lightsaber, come on by. We'll. I've been watching YouTube videos on how to fight with a sword.
I want to get a flight on Delta now and just get a hold of you to find out what flight you're flying next time you go to Europe, and then over the Atlantic. I just want to knock on the cockpit. I'm calling you out.
That might not be the best idea.
Yeah, because that action wouldn't raise any red flags.
He's got this mental image
the
of the
pilot.
Marshal
He
jumping
has
on top
ultimate
of
control.
Nathan.
He'd be like, "It's okay."
Just turn around and yell to everyone in the plane, "It's okay. I know he's a Jedi."
Now if we were flying to because we do fly into San Diego, if we were flying into San Diego for Comic-Con, I would definitely try and do something where we're like out on the tarmacs, like dueling while the people are watching us.
There you go. That'd be cool.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Oh,
but yeah, I definitely should have bought two now that I think about it, because not a lot of my friends are gonna have lightsabers, just hanging around. So, but
I know that NeoPixel, I think, is the company that I see a lot of the people who cosplay use, and I'm on their website right now, and God, they have a lot of sabers.
Yeah, this company had just a crazy amount of choices. This just happened to be one of the Ultra Sabers is the company.
Yeah, this is where I'm at.
Is that okay? That's the one. Yep,
So-
that's who I went. That's who it was, and they're Dallas based, so it's a U.S. based company. I don't know if all the parts are made in America, but I like to support U.S. stuff, so threw them a little bit of money. But they have the Ahsoka blades. They have all of the movie blades. They have
based on what you pay for one at Disney, plus your cost of the ticket to get into Disney and everything.
Well, yeah, that's what I told them. I said they saved me a trip to Disney.
Mm-hmm.
So, but there's a lot of customization available. You can, and everything's like a little upcharge here and there. I'm not sponsored. I wish I was. But
See, if I could get one, I think I would want like one of the Dooku ones, the curved ones.
Yep.
Just because hearing him talk about how that was actually how they should be, like hearing his story as like an actual swordsman.
Right. Well, that like the Ahsoka blade or the hilt is kind of curved as well, like a Japanese sword would be. Or,
those are really cool, though.
I think the original lightsaber was just the flash bulb like handle.
Oh wow! Look at this one.
Has anyone made a dark saber yet?
I think they have them available. They also had the Lionel, whatever his sword's called, with the Eye of Thundera or whatever on it. So
the Lino. Oh wait, here's the curved one.
Yeah,
nice.
There you go.
So what's that one running? Yeah. So they've got some pretty cool stuff, and I mean it's like I said, it's great quality.
I mean, it looks like it's all machined aluminum and everything, so it looks like it's pretty solid.
Yep, aircraft aluminum. That's how they got me.
Oh,
it's made out of planes.
Give me one of those.
Durfa, I can't believe you didn't show this to everybody.
Oh, the Sword of Omens. Thank you, Tony.
Raffle entry, guys. September 15th.
Boom.
I was trying to get to the meat, not the potatoes. Okay.
But this is how you bring them in, man. We got to get to the point where Coombs can give out his discount code.
Oh.
Yeah, I wish I had one. I wish I was getting some kickback. But
right. You can
really
send the
cool,
stream
though.
to the company and see if they'll send you like a fancy. Oh, here we go. Here's a dark saber.
Yeah.
Let's see.
The cool thing was they were doing mystery boxes where you could, get a chance to get a better one for, a cheaper price.
So as a reminder, thank you everyone for tuning into the Rebel Base Guard podcast.
Shout out to Greg.
Now I'll have to post my my Wish version of my cosplay on the Instagram, so you can.
You will. We'll need to see that.
Or maybe I'll just save that for the group chat. But,
I can't add that to cart. That's probably sold out. Darn.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of lightsabers on. Whoa, there it is.
Yeah, so I walked up to the booth and I was like just kind of interested, and they had a bunch of them already like made, so you could pull them out and play with them or whatever.
Thunder.
And
Thundercats.
Yeah, the only downside to that one is it doesn't like grow from the little one to the really big one. That was the cool part of the show. I don't even. Oh, I guess it does have a blade in there.
Oh, look at that! They have Ezra's ghost saber.
Now, my own curiosity: you think these guys have to pay a royalty to Lucas, or is this not considered trademarked? The weapon itself,
like fan art type of thing. I don't know.
But when you're doing it at this volume,
that's the lightsaber name in itself.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
sure guessing they must not have copyrighted.
Oh
wow!
I'm sure he's the king of trying to get money from people using his IP. So
I don't know about him, but the mouse is.
The mouse is.
Yeah,
the mouse is definitely. They probably pay some kind of like licensing fee to let them, use,
because they are using some of the naming that is in the stories and stuff.
There's the Ahsoka.
There's the Ahsoka ones. Yeah. And there's the classic Luke one right there with a different colored blue. Well, here we go.
Yep, you can get all the colors.
Yeah. Oh, it says Rey. Well, technically, she was using Luke's anyway. Nerd, but
heck yeah, Ken. We need to do that. Perna says to you, Coombs, can you be in cosplay when you pilot a plane? Or do you have to wear
for Halloween? For Halloween, I probably could. I could get away with it. Delta loves that kind of hokey pokey.
He dresses up every time he flies.
I was going to say, isn't a uniform technically cosplay?
Yeah, exactly.
As a pilot,
exactly.
He dresses up as Leonardo DiCaprio and Catch Me If You Can.
But yeah, if anybody gets one and they're in the Atlanta area, they want to battle, come on, knock on my door. Let's go.
Go ahead and give out your home address now.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, what is the
you
address?
can find me at the Atlanta airport looking for my AirPod.
Yeah. Gate 31.
I'll attach some LEDs to my screwdriver and show up next time I'm at Atlanta to your house.
Lightsaber shank.
It's a light day. It's a light day.
But honestly, like the moment I had this in my hand and I turned it on, like the smile on my face was just like.
I would bet when you first turned it on, you were like,
yeah.
It makes noise.
And then like at night, I'm just like standing in the room and I turn it on and the whole light in the whole room just glows green. I'm like, yes.
Now I kind of want him to turn his lights off and we'll just have him as the only one on screen to end the show and he can just like zoom.
Hey Google, turn off the office lights.
She ain't listening to you. She's
up?
like, no, I am AI. I am now in charge.
Yeah, after you talk trash.
Oh, there we go.
Wow, it's like Ash joined us
Ash joined us
with the lights.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Put on a white t-shirt too. There we go.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Dude, that's so cool. Do it again.
Again.
Derpa, what'd you do, Derpa?
I didn't touch anything.
I don't got control anymore, man. I can't do nothing.
That's
Wait, there we go. Oh, it doesn't let me.
Okay.
Matt, make him the only screen.
There
you go. All right, there we go.
That wasn't me. That was you.
That's so freaking cool. That's too cool, man. Too cool.
All right.
So I don't think we're getting Josh tonight for the what if box. So he might do that on.
Yeah.
We'll do that another week. But
yeah.
Either way, Perna says he'll show up with slices of bologna to throw at you.
But I want him to go lightning bolt with the bologna. Oh man. Well, I think that's it. I think
unless you guys got things you want to chat about.
So,
2 hours. I like 2 hours. 2 hours is good.
2 hours is good.
It's not overly tiring. It's a nice fill it with a bunch of content. Chat gets to be involved, and it's nice. So
yeah.
Well, cool guys.
Like 30 movies and shows I need to research now based on all.
I know, right? I got a lightsaber. I got to go order.
I kind of want to give away
Thanks a
some
lot,
comic
Coombs.
books, though. Honestly, we haven't done a giveaway in a while, and I do have a few comic books on ComC that I have duplicates of. So let's take a look.
Have any of you used the what is it?
Not ComC, Upper eBay.
Oh, okay, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. I bought a couple of those because I was like, oh, comic books for $5 that could have variant covers. I'm in. I'll take 10.
Yep. Oh, damn it! I missed.
Did you miss a bid?
No, I missed the 5th deadline for books for this most recent pre-order.
Nope.
For EPAC comic books. The deadline.
Yeah, I was trying to get the Alex Ross covers, and I got one of them, but it's like the drops are so random and weird. I don't know how to figure. I haven't figured it out yet. But.
Derpa, do you know, like, when you pre-order your books that have potential variants? Do you know when you pre-order if you're getting the variant?
So what I always do is
it tells you right away.
I think
no, you have to go actually into your. You don't know what variant you're getting is the problem. So you might get a 1 out of 25. You might get a 1 out of 52. You might get a 1 out of 104. It's only when it's actually made physical. Can you actually go and look at the book and see on the top left of the label of the Collect Forever slab?
So when you do the pre-order,
are you sure?
All you get is that the book shows up in there, but it doesn't show that you're getting the variant cover yet. Is that what you're saying?
It's you have to go to attributes and it says potential variant. So I haven't seen. Have you found a way for it to tell you what variant you're getting? Matt?
When I went into my collection,
Mhm.
it said, Wolverine versus Predator,
Yeah.
Alex, whoever version, variant. When there was 3, it was like Peach Momoko, this Alex guy, and then just a regular cover. So that's how I thought that.
But they have different
it
levels.
doesn't
They have
have
different levels of
doesn't
the
have a
variant. So they have like a trade dress, or they have like a virgin variant. And the virgin variant is normally the one that's the most sought after, because that's normally the ones that are at like of 100, 104, 125 or whatever.
Yeah, because I know there's some Alex Ross covers that you can buy.
Yeah.
Just the regular book for the $4.99 or whatever it is.
Right.
But
Yeah,
then
the timeless
variant.
sets that came out for all the Marvel books that had like Venom, Kingpin, and actually that leads me to what I was going to give away. I'm going to give away a Venom timeless variant Alex Ross cover.
Sweet.
Comic, and I've also got a Peach Momoko Deadpool.
Oh, nice.
I'll give away. So the 25 who stayed with us, who didn't drop out, I guess we'll just do hashtag the Saber, Saber. I don't know. So go ahead and put a hashtag Saber, since we talked about Star Wars.
Because they got to know what they're entering.
Oh,
I'll get it collecting. Hashtag Saber.
Tony says he wins, so I guess don't even bother entering. We'll just give him to Tony. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll show you what I've got here for you guys.
Okay, so we got people spelling it different ways because you want
Saber. It's not Sabre. It's not the Office Saber. It's Saber. So now we're doing
Sabretooth is Sabre. So,
but don't. Keep
I don't know. Let's just do Saber. Yeah.
Saber. Just like Armando did it here.
Well, hey,
we're going to show Armando's comment, and hopefully that nixes his horseshoe in this instance, so that way he doesn't win everything all the time.
Good luck to everybody. I got to get going. Thanks for having me.
Later,
hey,
Matt.
Thanks for sharing the Sabretooth, man. That's freaking awesome.
Of course, man. So, anytime. Adios, guys.
Take care, bud.
Bye.
All right. So it looks right now that David and the rider both need to. The riders
re-enter.
Or the rider's done it differently.
Rider. It's not Dabber. It's Saber. There you go. You got it now. David, re-enter with Saber, sir. So that way you get your entry into.
Got that one.
And that's a peach cover?
That's a peach cover. She's doing a whole series of like spider covers, like with spiders and spider webs, basically, or Spider-Verse covers. So I somehow ordered 3 of these and didn't realize it. So we've got that one. You do have to have an EPAC account. So
they're free to create if you don't have one.
Yeah.
Now, the comic books, you cannot ship them to ComC. You have to ship them directly home from EPAC. So if you're outside the United States and you want to ship them, there are some countries that don't allow you to, and you'll have issues creating your account with an outside the U.S. address. So you'll just have to contact somebody that you know in the States.
But yeah, that cover I really liked. This one, I think I ordered like 6 of those just to have extras. I actually used those in some card trades too. I had a few people who wanted that comic that I needed some greens from Fleer Ultra Avengers and some other cards as well. I was able to trade for that.
So the artist was in that one. I like that.
That's Alex Ross.
It is. That's probably why I like it.
Yeah. No, it's.
So which one are you doing, Matt? Are you doing 2 or 1?
I'm doing 2 comics. I'm just going to do 1 giveaway tonight.
1 giveaway, 2 comics. Okay.
Yeah, so you get the Deadpool Momoko and you get the Alex Ross
Venom. Nice.
Timeless one right there. So
very cool.
I'm showing 13 entries right now with 24 watching. Venom Collector is entering every which way except for the correct way. That may be on purpose. I'm not sure.
I think that's purely on purpose. There.
Sarby, S-Bear, Sabaros. I'm waiting for the hashtag Sabaros.
Pizza.
The good old mall pizza.
Their stuffed ones are pretty good. For mall pizza.
He already had his he had his good entry in already. So
this is not giving away though. This one I just got this one.
That's pretty wild.
This is another one of the Spider-Verse Momoko ones there.
Tony, I win. Everyone else can go away. All right, sir. I'm showing 13 entries, guys. We got 25 watching. Matt's giving away 2 comic books.
You have 1 week. I'm going to add a disclaimer to it. 1 week to get in contact with me to get this because somebody contacted me not too long ago. They'd won something like
there you go 878
4 months ago,
where you're at
and they were
today.
like, "Do you still have those cards?" And I'm like, "You never reached out to me on Instagram, so I have no idea where they are." So yeah, please reach out to me as soon as possible so I can make sure I transfer these to your ePack account and get those in your account.
Derpa do with 3 O's.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't find them, you can reach out to myself or Matt Fuller.
It's actually easier for my Derp_collectibles. That's the one I'm on most of the time for my stuff. So Derp.
And I will get your link to your profile for Instagram. Okay. I will get that ready to post for the winner as well.
I'm just showing some cool covers while we're looking at this stuff.
Ryan, that's not the correct way to spell it, sir. Saber.
And here's a Del Auto cover that just came out.
Yeah. Ghost Rider and Wolverine 9-book series just started. Or not Ghost Rider. Predator versus Wolverine.
Well, there is a Ghost Rider and Wolverine actually right
Ghost
now.
Rider Wolverine one.
Yeah, and there's actually the in that comic there's Wolverine actually becomes possessed by a demon and becomes the Helverine. And actually has
spoilers, man. Spoilers.
It's on the freaking cover of the book. Go blindfolded into your comic store and just say, "Put stuff in this bag, and here's my credit card." There you go. That way you won't get spoiled.
That's pretty cool too.
Yeah, like that's Mark Bagley for that one.
Hi, Derp. I'm showing 14, man.
Run it.
All right, let me get it pulled up here. Last chance, chat. Get them in. We should be able to get 15. I mean, we got 25 people in here. We should be able to get 15, but you said run it, so here we go. Good luck, everybody.
You know it's going to be Armando, right?
No.
Then they win every time. Hey,
I
cursed him.
There you go, Pep Killer. Congratulations. So, Ken, you kind of win by proxy, but yeah, the wife's keeping those, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, those are her comics. So,
all right, I'm gonna. In case you're not following Derp already, there is his Instagram handle. You can reach out to him there, message him, and then he'll be able to get you all set up with those.
Yep. Congrats, Pep.
Awesome.
It's pretty cool. Like I've shown before, they're like a little tiny, like kind of slab, basically. So it's all sealed, and they do a good job on shipping the comics. So, but now you got to buy like a bunch more. So
yeah, she says they're all hers. Yeah, I don't blame her. Yeah, get your own. So,
all right. Well, congrats.
Thank you. You're very welcome.
Yep.
Venom Collector. My wife is Pepperoni Killer as well. Wow. She does gaming. Pep, you got is it Instagram or YouTube? I forget where, or TikTok, Twitch, one of those. Yeah, she does gaming streams too.
Yeah, so. It's on the Vine, right? The Vine.
She's on the AOLs.
There's so many social channels where everybody follows everybody now. I don't remember where I see stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Look at Parna putting the pressure on me.
Oh, Lord.
I'll give away a slab. You want me to give away a slab?
Oh, boy. It's your call, man. Tony is peer pressuring you.
Pick a pile between 1 and 4. Derp, you pick the pile.
I'll go with 2.
It's going completely random.
Pile 2 has about, let's call it about 15 cards. So Nate, pick a number between 1 and 15.
8.
8. Okay.
What do you want your hashtag to be, Mr. Fuller?
All right, these are the top ones. Well, let's see what the card is. So 1, 2, 3. Wow. 4.
I'm gonna make people
7, 8.
Have to spell.
I will. You know what? I'm gonna make it number. I'll give people the choice, but number 9's better than number 8.
Okay. So I pick 9. I pick 9 then. That's your. That is your hashtag.
Peer pressure. There you go.
Perna bully, he said.
Perna bully.
So the original number it's a graded 9 Danny Moonstar, just a Marvel annual from the most recent year. But the next one down, well, actually, the people can choose. They can have either one. This is a graded 9 Sapphire from, was it Women of Marvel, I think, or Divas? Women of Marvel
PC cards. Those are PC cards.
I have copies.
Oh, you have multiples. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So your choice, either the 2021 Marvel Annual or the 2014 Women of Marvel. And
that's your hashtag right there.
Under pressure.
Hashtag peer pressure. That's going to make you guys happy.
Throwaway pile. Right?
My goodness. Unbelievable. Now I have to get something out.
No, you don't.
You guys are mean.
Your hashtag will be keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah. Every hashtag is going to be progressively longer.
Exactly.
Our viewership just jumped by 5 people too.
I know. Imagine that. It's like Whatnot. You do giveaways and everybody starts showing up. I think
we appreciate you guys being here with
people
us.
People are opening the computers. Watch out for
ramble.
those links, 6027s and all that other stuff. Those will be popping in here soon. We're kidding, Armando. I will be doing a live stream maybe tomorrow night. We got the Newligan packs of smokes came in, those art prints. So we'll be doing a little bit of science and
remind me on those. Can you ever get an original one-of-one drawing in those, or is it always prints?
Yeah. Curios. You can get Curios, which can be redeemed for originals.
Awesome.
They're basically like redemption cards. A lot of what's in there is sketches from people that did commissions with him. He did commissions or he created characters or whatever, and then he turned them into this subscription service. But he also added the element to be able to get actual items that are either original art or like skateboard decks with his artwork on it, those sort of things, figurines, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I've watched you do a few. I've never seen.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
One of the redemptions.
You're welcome to join us too. So
I don't need something else to spend money on.
That's all right. Armando's hooked on them, and then he had Matt Coombs pick him up a couple packs from New at the Atlanta Dragon Con show. So Matt got some for himself too. Coombs did. And he's like, great.
Exactly it. Sometimes finding cool stuff is not a blessing. Right?
Exactly.
He's got to pilot more red eyes now, and get that hazard pay, to be able to afford.
Yeah, who's paying? Whose hazard is that though?
Oh, look at Perna.
I know, right?
Something else away.
So next up is an original Tony Perna PSC.
He's in Canada, right? Tony's in Canada.
Yes.
So Tony, you got to pay shipping, or you get plain white envelope. Those are your choices.
Yeah, I believe Tony won something from me not too long ago. I think he said it was his first graded card.
Really?
I believe
I could actually see. I could see that. Does Tony collect cards, or is he more collecting art? Being an artist.
Well, I know Elaine's a huge sketch collector. I don't know actually, Tony. Yeah, the magic.
Because I've never interviewed Tony before. Oh, Tony, I do need to talk to you at some point in time about possibly joining us as an artist for next year's Mental Con too. So
that's right. Tony's a Wolvie collector. That's right.
Very nice.
Saying Elaine collects road cards is kind of an understatement. Elaine's got the road collections out there.
Oh, she collects road cards?
Yes.
Well, I'll do this. I don't particularly collect Rogue. I mean, I like her, and she's got some very nice cards. As far as X-Men go, she's right up there for me as far as ones that I like, because Cyclops is probably my least favorite X-Men character. He doesn't do anything.
Collects crafts.
All right. I know what I'm going to give away. Okay. What do we have?
Sometimes chat is just, you can just read chat and that's content in and of itself.
That's what I'm saying, is like a show like this where you don't have to have like this complete structured outline interview style. You can just have these guys on here. Look at that, peer pressure. You guys got it down pat. We still got 14 entries. So we gained viewers, but we have the same number of entries.
Danny is
Come
a
on,
bit of a niche character.
Hey, it's free though, Matt. Free is free.
It is.
It's a free for all.
If you picked 6, it would have been a 7.5 Wolfsbane, so you picked a good number.
Ooh. All right, what would have 13 have been? Because that was the next number I was going to pick.
There they go. So that was
Either
9,
8
10,
or 13.
11, 12. 13 would have been a 9 Karma from the Marvel annual set.
Okay. All right, we got 15. You want me to run it?
Sure.
All right. Good luck, guys. And Matt's giving you the choice of 2 9 graded Dannies.
Marvel
Marshall.
Yes. Hit me up.
I don't know. He might not want it. The computer picked the winner, and I have a sense on his previous comments that he's against computers picking stuff. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Congrats, man.
You're a brave soul letting your dog come down there. My dogs are not allowed in this basement.
I busted out my wiener.
Matt, oh yeah. I'm gonna do that. Oh, that's really gonna mess people up. Is it Jones's Joneses?
Yeah.
Sure, it is now.
That's gonna mess people up.
Oh Lord. I missed what was
if
the
they
giveaway?
want it, they're gonna get in for it. All right. I'm gonna give this away just because
That's awesome.
Tony is really trying to win tonight, and I'm trying to give him a little good juju here. Hey, Matt. We're gonna give away a Rhiannon Owens
Oh, nice.
Rogue sketch.
I
She
want to
just
be
did
in the
this for me
giveaway.
this past year. This year, it's on the MCCW stock.
Wow.
You know, right now Tony's like, Elaine, log in.
Yeah, get her in there. Make sure you spell Joneses correctly, or it won't track you. Right now, 878 is the only one. These guys are all like, seriously? I got to type all of that in? That's what you get, chat, for peer pressuring us. Good vibes. Redo yours and add an ES at the end of yours. Good vibes.
My dog wants that card. Give me that card. Give it to me.
We never make things easy for you guys. It keeps it interesting. We're giving away Rhiannon Owens Rogue sketch. Mine was out here earlier, but she went back into the house.
It was just asked, so I'll someone asked if I have any cool MODOK sketches, so I'll share my Mighty 4 MODOK sketches.
Oh, I like that.
So this is one of the oversized ones from Marvel 80th, so it's like a 4x5.
All right, Matt. I gotta know. Do you have these like linked, like hyperlinked, where you can search and it just pulls up the ones with the keywords?
Nope. So I just do a plain old ASCII search. So I go into my folder and in Explorer, I just type in the keyword. So I just typed in MODOK and it pulls them all up. Because you can actually see
the art. How do you do it though? Do you have the artist, the set, and
if you look, I don't know if can you see my cursor on the screen?
A little bit. It looks like
So up at the top left, Paul Hill. So it's got the artist name and then the set M80. I put in the size on this one 3x5, and then the character's name. And in this case, I had it for sale at one point.
Okay.
So I searched for MODOK. This is probably my favorite of the 4. I just twisted. That's Dapper Dan Choning from Iron Man 2. John Watkins Chow from Marvel 70th. I love a lot of artists did this where they did the color only in the inside. I really like that style. And then Butch Mappa having a little too much fun with MODOK.
That's really cool, man.
That looks like a Studio Ghibli MODOK.
Yeah, right. Exactly, right. Toro's
I like that.
Below.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
All right, chat. We have 30 watching, only 13 entries. That means 2 people did not want to type that long ass. Oops, that's not what I stop. Where are you going, screen? I hit the wrong Matt. There's too many things going on. I can't keep track anymore. There we go. There we go. There we go. Keeping up with the Joneses. We're doing the Rhiannon Owens Rogue sketch. Hi, Dirt. That one right there.
I'm waiting for Justin to pop in and do hashtag, keeping up with the Joneses.
He stopped at the beginning of the stream, so he's out for the night.
Yeah.
All right. Showing 13. Keeping up with Fuller's Venom Collector says. There you go. Modoc butt. Yeah. Hashtag keeping up with the Joneses. 2 ES's at the end, guys.
Well, keeping up with the Joneses, there's no the in there, so don't type the.
Yeah, don't type the. Keeping up with Joneses. See, I kept it shorter. I wonder if I did if it would have like shrunk the text or if it would have wrapped it. It probably would have broken and be like, yeah, we can't do that. It's too long.
Yeah, it's too many characters. You broke the system.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. All right, guys, here we go. Good luck.
And then Good Vibes asked if I have a website. That's sort of the goal someday. But if you go to Blowout, a lot of my old stuff, I got a couple.
Bob wins again.
Congrats, Bob.
Bob, congratulations.
I must have mistyped it, honestly.
I just sent Bob a package too, so I gotta send Bob another package.
I like that logo, Bob. Is that a Toma?
That's Hulk.
That looks like a Toma to me.
Oh, you mean the artist? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Nice.
Good
Congrats,
choice.
Bob. I already got your address, Bob, so I'll just get it packed up and sent out to you. So
Awesome.
Congratulations, guys, on the giveaway wins. Well, Dirt, we were done 15, 20 minutes ago.
20 minutes ago.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think we're done now.
That's what
So
happens. I think we're done
we
now.
each gave away a little goodie. Thank you guys for
He
staying with us. We do
Venom
appreciate you all
Collector
hanging
says-
out with us. Yeah.
Venom Collector says it's not a Toma. Thanks,
proud.
Tony. Appreciate you, man. Congrats to all the winners. If you have to reach out to somebody to send shipping addresses, please do so in a timely manner. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next week.
It's a Toma.
Yeah.
Next week, maybe tomorrow night, if you want to join me to see some Newligan stuff. So
I might join you. I gotta stay up all night tomorrow night, so if you need color commentary, I can do that.
pop into chat at least. So, and we always need your input on who the characters are too, because sometimes we just don't know.
That's sort of the coolest part to me is like trying to figure out those codes.
Pop culture guessing, and because I mean, you get the checklist. Most of the time, you get a clue, but that's
You know I'm going to buy one of these now, right?
You need to actually ask him if you can get a discount code, actually no, it's limited. It's limited. That's
So if you want some, the best way to do it is to get some either from a con or to get some from somebody that has extras. There is a private Facebook group, but the subscription service is a waiting list.
Yeah,
You have to wait, and somebody like Armando's been waiting for several months now to be able to get into the subscription service, because you only get in when he either adds more spots or people drop off. So, which makes it kind of cool.
Really? So someone has to drop off?
And with that threat of violence,
Yeah, right.
Who do you want
You
me
guys-
to ship?